And we're live.
Live.
And I look like the trashy, basic bitch of the group tonight. Y'all look classy AF. I did not get that memo.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Is what I have to say to that. So there.
Got him.
Besides, for all we know, all of your stuff cost a lot of money, like your Dolly Parton in it.
I mean, I did spend a lot of money on this My Favorite Murder tank top, so.
Oh, well, shit.
Not that much money, but you know.
Right.
It's not like I got it at the thrift store.
Are you wearing a matte lipstick?
Yeah.
It looks real nice.
Thank you. Just a little touch of color, so I don't look quite so dead.
But then we'll lose our necrophile demographic.
Oh, sorry. I won't wear it anymore.
No, I kid. I hope we don't have that demographic. I mean, like...
I mean, look, if that's what makes us famous, then fuck it, right?
Numbers are numbers, man.
Amen,
all
sister.
right.
Lean in.
To numbers. Lean in, indeed.
Okay. Sending out
An SOS?
an SOS.
Sending out.
Please include at least some text. I did, my dudes. I don't understand. Buffer's being an asshole. Definitely typed words, Buffer. Let me post the thing.
Oh my God, Buffer. Look
Exactly.
at my text.
Oh, there we go. Now it realizes that I did, in fact, type words.
It was all.
It briefly forgot what words were.
Yeah. It was like, this looks like a link. It super doesn't. There's a link included in there, but the rest of it is not links.
Right. It's Zelda's.
It's Zelda's.
Yeah, that was a good joke.
It was Amanda's joke.
Oh.
I gave you credit.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
I'm retweeting shit. I love retweeting shit.
I would love to retweet shit. Unfortunately, my phone, I don't know why, but I left it way over there. Can somebody come and save me? Help me, big strong man. Yeah.
That's what I meant to say.
Yeah, yes, I'm talking to you. Yeah.
You know, you're talking when you're...
He says, I just tune out your talking.
when you're not...
That's married life, right?
When I'm podcasting. Okay, that's fair. I'm glad you put that qualifier on it, because...
And also all the other time, too. But especially then.
Most times.
Right.
Whatever, dog.
Dog. I'm the man now, dog.
You are named after the dog?
Oh, God, what is today? It's the 19th. Okay.
It's also Happy Talk Like a Pirate Day, so avast ye me hearties.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're so right. Okay, orange shit. Am I doing it right?
Yes, you are.
Orange shit?
Cool.
Orange shit. If you have orange shits, actually, you're not doing it right, and you should see a doctor.
Yeah, probably.
Because stuff's coming out of you that maybe shouldn't be.
I don't know why
think
you
it
have to be so
probably
judgy.
Should.
Well, yes, yeah, that's true. Better out
I
than
think-
in, but...
I think maybe stuff went into you that
It
shouldn't
should-
have.
Yes, yeah, that... Right? It shouldn't be there, but it is better that it's coming out than staying inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dude bros. Does everybody have their audio shit open?
Yeah!
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. We're gonna start our recordings as soon as you guys let me know that you are hovering over the record button.
I hover.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Excellent. Here we go. We are recording in 3, 2, 1. Contact. And we are clapping just to make sure in 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Let me make sure my volume is down. Everybody make sure your microphone is near you, but not too near you.
Yeah.
Near to you. Okay, sorry. That's a very random
But
reference that nobody was gonna get.
Nope.
Okay.
Tom Silk, are you a little blue dot? Are you a cool nature and science program? I'd say that because he's like a little blue dot in the chat.
Well, he put a little blue dot.
Well, yes, yeah.
Okay.
Which, if you hover over it, it says record button.
Oh, that's so
delightful.
fancy.
Yeah.
So he literally hit record with us. That's adorbs. I loves it. Cool. And now if I can just pull up my OneNote. Honestly, we can go ahead and get this shit started because I don't say much in the beginning. If y'all want to go.
Ready?
You can remember to say your name.
I sometimes can.
I know. Sometimes.
Let's find out if this is one of those times.
Hello and welcome to episode 98 of the Dork Pridecast. My name is Amanda.
I remember that my name is Blythe.
Yay!
And I'm Rissy. We make up a comedy group called the Damsels of Dorkington, and this is our podcast, which is also funny, depending on how much you like orange poop jokes for the fall, and dick jokes, or if you're drunk.
What if you like orange dick jokes?
That's entirely in keeping with both nerdery and current political events, as Stormy Daniels recently said that she thinks Donald Trump's orange penis looks like Toad from Mario Kart.
Okay, I saw some things trending the other day, but I was very, very busy, and I could not do my research into why it was trending, and I was just like, what is going on? And I could not for the life of me figure out how Toad, Mario Kart, Trump, and Stormy Daniels were all related. Thank you.
You're
Jesus
welcome.
Christ. Thank you for being my Google.
I also appreciate that because I'd seen a picture earlier today where someone had photoshopped a mushroom into like the Oval Office, and I didn't know what that was about. I went with it, but just like, okay, I guess that's the thing.
Yeah,
Rissy,
and that is why.
I need you to like post updates for us because there are just days when I'm like, what is this? I don't know, and I don't have time to figure it out. And I just
I think
going.
it'll be a little bit easier for you to ask me questions or things like that, and then I can.
I don't have time to do that either.
No, and we don't always know the questions to ask. So
So Rissy's pop culture news breakdown.
I mean,
just like
Break it down. Oh.
sounds like a new podcast segment to me. And I think you just wrote the theme song.
except I think we have to put a 60-second timer on it that we will count down, and you have to tell us all the things that have happened in the last week or two.
Right.
I
Big
like
old.
this.
Oh God. As if I didn't consume enough vacuous news content already, considering how much how I follow a subreddit that is basically a gossip subreddit for beauty bloggers on YouTube.
I mean, sure, but the thing is, you're already consuming that media.
Right.
So it's not like we're making you do more work. We're just making you spew the bullshit you already have inside your head.
I do love spewing bullshit.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You're so good at it. So
Why, thank you. Yeah, I'm hoping Stormy Daniels laughs all the way to the bank at Trump's toad-shaped penis.
I mean, how could you not?
Right.
Realistically.
Yeah, well, I mean, really, he's the one, she wasn't the one who broke the non-disclosure agreement. So, that means she can talk about it, and considering that, basically, police, arrested her for something that's not illegal and not illegal. Yeah. Right. If I were her, I'd be like, okay, that's a fucking declaration of war. Let's go. Let's fight.
Y'all want to dance? Let's dance.
Let's dance.
And I'll take my clothes off while I do it.
Wow, 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 wow.
Because that's legal. Fuck you.
Yeah, no shit.
Anyway, well, that was fun. I missed the Drunk Pridecast last week. I'm
We were very sad.
very sorry. Also, I'm just gonna be very upfront about this. I am behind on podcasts. I have a Damsels and Dragons that I haven't put out. I have a Drunk Pridecast I haven't put out, which means I won't put out this one just yet. And you guys are recording another Damsels and Dragons next week that I'm going to desperately try and catch up to. But
Blythe, I really wish you would put out more.
y'all,
Yeah.
I'm sure that
'cause
everyone wishes that I would. So I apologize to everyone out there. Shit has been bananas. And like not a good bananas.
Oh.
Like family bullshit bananas.
that's kind of the worst
Oh.
bananas.
It
Yeah.
is the worst
Yeah.
bananas.
Those are like some squishy ass brown bananas. Like they're too far gone even for banana nut bread.
right. I typically don't like bananas, but like these are even worse bananas.
Wait. So you don't like bananas. Can you eat them when they're like green?
Oh, I mean, I can eat them whenever. I just don't love doing it.
No. That's great. See, the thing is, one of the things John and I bonded over is that we hate bananas and can only eat them when they're super unripe, but we do eat them for nutritional purposes because they're so fucking good for you. And I'm like, surely there's more of us out there.
I know.
They're
I
so fucking healthy.
I try, and like potassium. Like I used to get like really bad foot cramps,
So you need more potassium.
so I would eat bananas. Although I think it was actually related more to dehydration, because me.
Yeah.
But why are we talking about bananas? This is so
I don't
boring.
know, but the title of the podcast should be The Worst Bananas.
The
worst.
The worst bananas. Oh, here's a funny banana thing, though. So have you guys seen that really stupid set of pictures that floats around the internet? Like it took a chunks of salmon that had been cut up, and a guy tweeting about how like stuck his fingers of different sizes in each of them and made little holes, and how this is a woman's vagina, like before sex, first boyfriend, and then after one month backpacking in Europe, it's like cavernous. It's like, and he's like, see you ladies, the Lord has tight reasons the Lord wants you to save yourself for marriage so you can have a tight bond with your husband. And I'm like, okay, bro, this is not how vaginas work. That's not like, if you spend your whole life being pounded by one person the same number of times that you would have promiscuous sex, your vagina will be in the same state, right? Unless you're fucking shoving cinder blocks and road cones up there.
I wouldn't suggest that. That's not very sanitary.
No, it's not. It's just like, it's not. First of all, vaginas, they're stretchy. And second of all, a shit ton of sex with one person is no more or less going to stretch you out than a shit ton of sex with multiple different people. They don't, apparently Jesus gets in your vagina and keeps it from getting super stretched out is the logic. So some women have retaliated by making a graphic of a nice new banana, like virgin penis, and then it getting rotten and filthier after having lots of sex or frequent masturbating and shriveling up. I'm like, yes, so good.
It's so wrong and so good simultaneously.
Right? Yet so right.
Oh, so gross.
So
Well,
there's some more funny banana stuff about bad bananas.
Yes, thank you. Josh in the chat says someone's simple response to his tweet was, "Why are you sticking your dick in salmon?"
Right.
Gross.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the chat, John Latch asks, Rissy, has there been any more snow? Blythe, I don't know if you heard, it literally snowed last Wednesday.
What?
I woke up, I came out, it had fucking snowed.
I
know.
I thought it was just a euphemism because you were doing cocaine
so
again.
much cocaine. Like, I'm like the cocaine spider over here.
I mean,
love
there was that too, but it
Yeah,
also
right.
did literally.
That's
snow.
I had to do all that cocaine to deal with the seasonal affective disorder brought on from it
right.
snowing in the middle of September.
that is rough. I'm so sorry.
It all melted away. Like right now, it's actually like 50 degrees outside, so it's been better. So no more snow, John Latch. No more snow for now.
That is so bananas. We're dealing with like 90-degree temperatures down here.
Yeah, I was like, I wonder what it's like in, say, Kansas City and in Dallas. Like, probably
It's
not snowing.
Not
Nope.
that. It's for sure not that.
Yeah. Like the first of September hit, it started to get chilly and the leaves started to change. And then, so like 7 days ago, it snowed.
I mean, it did that for a minute here. And
Like
then it
recently?
said-
Oh, like the false
yeah,
fall.
it
that
got
you get-
down to like 60s, 70s for a few days. But
Oh,
it's been-
horrors.
I mean, like that's
It's true. For
cooler.
Kansas City in September, that's a low temperature.
yes. But then it went back because the Plaza Art Fair is this weekend, and
Yay!
it would not be the Plaza Art Fair if it wasn't hot as fucking balls out. So
That's
Yeah.
very true.
yeah,
I do love the Plaza Art Fair,
yes,
but it is always hot as balls.
yep.
There's Oktoberfest is happening here this weekend.
Ours is next weekend, and John and I are actually going to go. I'm gonna see if I can like drug him into a compliant state where I can get him to put on lederhosen. We'll see.
Does he own Lederhosen?
No,
So
You're going to purchase Lederhosen. That can't be cheap.
no, not unless you want something really shitty, and that'd probably be.
I was gonna say the Spirit
Uncomfortable to
Halloween
wear.
store is open now, so
Oh,
no.
yeah, if you want to wear that
You guys have those
Shitty.
up there?
Yeah,
plasticky
yeah. we
bullshit,
do have that. He has really nice legs, so
just let him wear shorts. Then don't make him wear a costume. That's
Aw,
mean. I thought
mean,
you
what-
liked this boy.
what
I
you
do.
guys- what you guys do behind closed doors is fine, but don't make him do it out in public.
Exactly.
That's just cruel.
I don't think that lederhosen have a gimp suit involved, do they?
I mean, not traditionally. That's not a part of it.
Okay,
No.
yeah.
It feels like it kind of is a gimp suit to me, especially if you're not into it.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Pretty hard to get somebody into a gimp suit if they weren't into it. There's a lot of zippers.
I meant if you're not into Lederhosen, but sure.
Oh.
The title of this episode is actually Gimp Suits and Lederhosen.
Gimp suits and lederhosen. Just another Wednesday
colon,
night for the
the
Damsels
worst
of Dork.
bananas.
The worst banana.
The worst bananas.
Oh man, that is creeptastic.
Like
Please,
there's somebody in Amanda and I's my old lab, Amanda's current lab, who loved bananas and hated chocolate.
that's not a real person.
We used to joke she was very, very cold all the time. That
It
she
was
was
a
actually some kind of
lady
lizard.
as well.
Yep.
Yes, yeah.
Why did you not instantly kill her and
Well,
find
she-
out?
I think she was already the undead.
Yeah.
I was
She's an
thinking she
undead
was an
lizard person of some
alien.
kind.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you're all merciful bitches for letting her live. That sounds terrible, but Rissy, I hope you will keep us updated on the Lederhosen situation.
Certainly. Absolutely.
If you do coax the man you claim to love into such a horrible outfit, that you will take pictures and send them at least to the badass chat.
Oh, obviously.
Okay,
Obviously.
Excellent. Amanda, what are you gonna wear to the Plaza Art Fair that's weird and kind of sexy?
I'm not gonna wear anything weird.
Well, that sounds boring.
Aw.
I'm probably gonna wear a sundress because that's what I usually wear.
It could be a weird, sexy sundress.
I mean, it's one I'm gonna go out in public in front of lots of people. So not that weird. I'm not that confident.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Mm.
To be honest, neither am I.
Yeah.
Unless we were doing a show, in which case
Right.
I'll put on whatever.
Well,
Yeah,
sure.
it's just like, you know.
I love the things that we'll do on stage, but if you even suggest that we step out like in a regular situation and do anything out of the norm, we're all like, oh no, how dare you?
I'm shy. I'm a shy violet.
I don't want people to look at me. Are you insane?
Yeah, not like that. No. I'm gonna cover up more than that. Yeah. I mean, I won't wear leggings as pants. I know Rissy is a fan, but I've done it once or twice and felt really uncomfortable the whole time, so...
They have to be real souped up leggings, though, right? I'm talking like jeggings. To where with the jeggings with the functional pockets.
Those are just skinny jeans. I know that it's semantics, but that's not...
a lot of people would disagree with you and say that jeggings are not pants.
People are wrong. Because I said the thing and I say correct things. So
that is true. You do say correct things.
So if they disagree with me, then they're saying wrong things. I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
I'm considering wearing leggings as pants this weekend because I'm going to like a mini sort of like scoop thing. And we have ice cream leggings that
yes.
I think that's entirely appropriate.
Most of the men have also purchased.
Yeah, I remember seeing the pictures of all the people in the leggings, and I feel like that's a costume though. That's like you're dressing for the event.
Yeah, except here's the thing. I say it's like a weird mini event because one of the hosts of the podcast does a magic and mentalism act. I think I talked about it on the podcast once. It's like a hillbilly, which I find hilarious that he's doing mentalism as this hillbilly character.
I want y'all to focus real hard.
Yeah, basically. But he's opening for Piff the Magic Dragon, who some people may know of because he's on like America's Got Talent and stuff. Also a magician, but he wears a dragon suit and he is British and angry and delightful. But he and Matt are performing like at the Addison Improv here in Dallas. And so it's just like a couple of us scoops are going to go see Matt all together, but we're going to be in a room full of people who don't know what the fuck Ice Cream Social is.
I think that's even more reason to definitely wear the leggings.
You say that, but this combines my like love of doing a dumb thing, but also sort of going into public doing the dumb thing, which I don't love.
I know.
Although the thing is, you're with a group of people who will be doing it with really, like, that diffuses the shame a lot.
Once you get to the group, you'll be fine. It's the getting there.
Yeah.
The walking in where you don't see anybody and you're going to feel silly. And then you'll see people and then it'll be okay. But
that's true.
And when you're walking in, you just got to go into full Spider-Man 3 mode.
Oh, God. No, thank you.
Don't do that.
Got to get the bang swoop. Yeah.
No, I do not have to do that, and I will not do that.
I don't think you should
do it.
No.
God, that movie would have been so much better if it had 2 less villains.
Which 2? There were so many.
Yeah, I know, right? Like,
take your pick. Pick a villain, any villain. That's the only one you get.
Also, it would be 2 fewer villains.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
Here we go.
We have a first timer in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Ara Galanian. Hello, Ara Galanian. Welcome.
Hell of a cool name. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. That was pretty dope.
But Joshua Donovan arrived, so now the party can get started.
What?
So, what have you guys been up to, nerdy stuff ways?
Well, nerds are bad at sports, and I think I pulled a tendon in my left calf last night on the elliptical machine.
Oh, on the elliptical. I thought we were going somewhere else with that. I thought we were just gonna have a theme. And the theme is fucking John.
John and I were doing it, and I just suddenly went, "Oh Lord, my calf." He's like, "You have orgasms in your calf?"
And you're like, "Sure, I'm done, so you should be done too, because we're done now." Ow, ow, ow.
Look, we just came together.
Yeah.
But I didn't come. Yes, you did.
I guess I did then. I didn't think I did, but
No, you did. You did.
if you said I did, then I guess I did.
Rissy,
Yep.
did you? So you think you pulled a muscle
A
or
ligament
tendon?
of some kind. Not the muscle, definitely connective tissue, because I felt a literal pop.
Oof.
It was
Ooh, that's
yeah.
always fun.
I had just So usually what happens is John and I go to the gym. I know this is incredibly fascinating for all of you out there. And the first 30 minutes he will do cardio with me and then go off to do weights. And then I do cardio for the whole hour. Because I'm not really in it for health. I just want to make sure that all the eating that I do doesn't catch up with me too bad. And so when he goes, I put in my headphones and then bring up YouTube and then, listen to shit and watch videos. And I pulled up a song, and you know how when you really get into the song and you start going and whatnot.
Sure do.
And I've been like jacking the resistance and the incline up over the last few weeks, and it's gone really, really well. But I guess I just got way too into that fucking song and just like was like, yeah, and then pop, and I'm like, that's not good. That's not a good feeling I just had.
Yeah.
It was mostly like when I put my heel down, like in that part of my step. So I'm like, that's like a ligament or a fucking tendon or something. I was able to actually finish. I slowed down a lot. And then this morning, it feels mostly okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, and I'm just like, wow, it's pretty impressive that the sounds of Vampire Weekend from 2010 get me going enough to literally blow out my calves.
You must be very proud.
I am. Yeah. So that happened. That's a nerdy thing. Injuring
That is-
yourself.
on the elliptical. Yeah, that's kind of impressive.
Thank you. No, thank you.
No, thank you. You reading anything? Watching anything?
I had to stop reading that fucking from the point of view of Loki book, because I'm like, it's too twee. It's too twee, too fucking cutesy, and too young adult. I'm not here for young adult novel Loki. Fuck that noise. Toss. No. No. I can tell, like, I've been trying to read it for like 3 fucking weeks now, and I'll pick it up and I'll be like, bleh, puke, barf, do not want. I'll just set it to the side and then I'll catch up on it tomorrow. And I just had to come to terms with the fact that no, I'm never going to finish this book. I hate
Yeah,
it.
you shouldn't make yourself read a book you don't want to read.
No.
Life's too goddamn short for that.
It really is. And it's just so fucking precious. I'm sure I would have loved it when I was like 10 or 11 years old.
Yeah, but you're not anymore.
I'm not. No, I have tits now.
10 or 11-year-old you wouldn't have pulled something on an elliptical. So
that's very true. So yeah, I was like fuck all this, and I feel much better for it. Actually, I'm trying to figure out what to read next. I'm thinking about the new Star Wars Admiral Thrawn books.
Of course you are.
Right?
that sounds awful.
Because you want fapping material?
I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
She's very much saying everyone.
I mean, they're also written by Timothy Zahn, who wrote the original ones, which are by far the best thing ever in the Star Wars expanded universe. Nothing else even comes remotely close to that level of quality. So yeah, interestingly enough, that's where Mara Jade was introduced, but she wasn't nearly as much of a Mary Sue at that point. She also notably did not wear knee pads at that point in her character arc, as she later did.
Rissy, sometimes you have to do power slides. You just don't get her.
Right.
It's true.
And the knee pads and like the tops that are opaque for the stomach, but then when they come up and over the boobs, magically you can just see all of the inner boob, even though the top comes up to here. It's just sort of weirdly transparent there. Fucking Star Wars comic books
it's just body paint. It's not actually a shirt.
There you go.
It's just a lighter layer here, and they went a little heavier over the nipples, but otherwise, yeah.
Yep.
Actually, she's
Obviously.
wearing pasties.
Right.
I mean, I would hope so.
Right. Yeah. Oh man, fucking Star Wars expanded universe. Every time I think I've plumbed the depths of how goddamn awful it is, I find out something new, some kind of obscure property that nobody's talked about. Because there's been the Star Wars Give Us Legends asshats.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, like we want the old expanded universe to come back, and for that to be in the movies, we want Mara Jade. And I'm like, I bet you're a guy that complained that Rey was too much of a Mary Sue, and you're complaining that there's no Mara Jade. Too many Mary Sues.
I think it was that she was wearing too many clothes. If she'd been scantily clad, they probably would have complained less.
She did wear a lot of like layers.
Yeah.
She did.
And there was a lot of fabric. So.
Right. Not nearly enough titties.
It's a fair, argument against.
Like there was no chance of a camel toe with that outfit. So
no
they're
leather pants, no knee pads.
They're real disappointed. Next time, maybe.
I'm just like, have you guys thought this through at all? Do you know about the expanded universe?
They don't care.
No,
It
they
doesn't
don't.
matter.
They pick and choose. It's like the Bible. They just pick their favorite parts.
The only good parts. Even trying to adapt the original Thrawn novels to the big screen would be nearly impossible. And those are the fucking best of the best, right? Like, that came out of that fucking heap of shit. It's largely just, most of it is like painfully mediocre to shit. And then there's a few gems. Lovely brown gems.
Yuck.
Yep. But I have been told that the new Thrawn novels are pretty decent.
It doesn't sound like the bar is very high there, though.
Well, it's true, but on the plus side, then I probably won't be disappointed, right? Well, based on my knowledge and having read various Star Wars expanded universe novels before, it would be awfully hard for it to be worse than any of them. Like, you would really have to work at that. God, I had dinner. So John was at a training course, and I had dinner with his family without him. And
why would you do that? That sounds horrible.
Well, his dad's so sweet. Like, his dad and his mom are really nice, and they're like, "We'd love to see more of you." And I'm just like, "Fuck, okay," because it's not John's dad and his mom that drive me nuts. It's John's brothers.
That's fair.
Yeah. So of course, and every time we are together, all we do is fucking fight about Star Wars.
That sounds awful.
It is. Or politics, but thankfully, one of the brothers, the one that's the most politically inclined, was not there. And it made things a lot easier. So all we had to do was fight about Star Wars and not politics.
Anytime he starts fighting about politics, you should just respond as if you're fighting about Star Wars politics.
Like, wait, a vote of no confidence? That would allow Palpatine to take over the Senate as Supreme Chancellor.
Exactly. That is what you should do, and just be oblivious.
I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm gonna, definitely do that next time.
You're welcome. I started reading something.
What did you read? What are you reading?
I can't remember if we discussed this a while back, but I started reading something that a book that I had begun to read when I was younger, and I lost the book. And I had not purchased another copy. Well, I finally purchased another copy. It is called House of Leaves.
Oh, yes! Wait, no, you don't like scary things, do you?
I do love scary things.
Okay.
Like, it's not gory things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But with books, I actually can do better, even if it's a gory thing, because I can just skip. So
that's true.
If it's not like
that's true, you can sort of unfocus the eyes and skim, and you're like,
skim.
Okay, I think they're done. Man.
In that case, you are gonna fucking love it. I fucking love House of Leaves. So good. What do you think so far?
Oh my gosh. Well, I already loved it. And I mean, I was obsessed with Poe, and specifically I was obsessed with Poe's album Haunted.
Okay. So
it's a companion piece to this book.
On the Dork Pridecast, we actually talked a lot about Poe.
Like this last one?
Yeah.
Oh shit. I can't believe I wasn't there.
We were sad that you weren't there. Yeah, we talked a lot about like 90s music and really good 90s music, and so we both were just like, fucking Poe, yeah, because Amanda has gone to see like so many awesome female acts in the 90s.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about like concerts
too. Like,
yeah, and I hadn't.
But
I'm not sure when we did the podcast last week that we even acknowledged your not being there. I think we just like went and like skipped over the "I'm Blythe" line in the intro and just kind of went and didn't really ever. I don't know that we ever said like.
I think we did.
I don't
swear.
know.
If a person's absence isn't acknowledged, then maybe they're just really quiet and nobody knows.
Yes, that's probably what people thought. They're like,
why
would Blythe speak up? She should speak up more.
Josh points out
he has opinions.
that we went down instead of a fatty rabbit hole, we went down a 90s rabbit hole.
Hell yeah.
He also said we did acknowledge your absence in the very beginning, which would explain why I don't remember, or why I vaguely remember it.
I like hadn't really had much to eat and finished off my bottle of gin in stuff, but still, I don't know how much there was there, but I think it was more than I thought it was. So we got a little. I mean,
we got festive.
A little toasty.
It wasn't Rissy's birthday drunk.
No, no.
But what is?
It's true. Apocalyptic fucking drunk.
Hopefully nothing. I don't want to get that drunk.
I can't make that a regular occurrence. That's for goddamn sure.
No, nor can I.
Nobody wants that to be regular.
Well, you say nobody, but I bet.
Okay.
Right. But yeah,
nobody would have to deal with the cleanup afterwards. Wants that to be regular.
Yeah, that was, oh goodness, oh me, oh my. But changing the subject back to Poe and House of Leaves and how awesome they both are. Do you have a color edition of the book?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yes.
So for those of you who are not familiar with it, like this book is just batshit crazy. It's like a story within a story about a documentary that doesn't exist. And well, I mean, yeah, the whole thing is just fucking crazy, and it bounces around, and the whole thing kind of makes, like, if you get involved with it, it makes you a little crazy. So the people writing this are all a little bit crazy, and you have to like, there are footnotes within footnotes, and you're just jumping all over, and people are just telling stories in footnotes, and you're like, wait, what happened? Where even am I? It's and that's before I even get to the part where there's like a box in the middle of text that's just missing, or it's a page of text, but a box within that page of text that's completely different text and is also like sideways or upside down.
I was wondering if you'd got to that part yet.
Oh, I mean, I have known that for ages.
Okay. So can you indicate where you are in the book?
I'm still really, really early.
Okay.
We're still like going through the initial assessment of the documentary that does or does not exist.
The Navidson record, yes.
Yes, and so like he hasn't even like I'm not even to the end of that portion. I'm only to the portion in the Navidson record where they're realizing that their house is a TARDIS.
Yeah, it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Oh man, shit. There is a part at the end that is so fucking spooky. I literally threw the book away from me. It's not gory though, not at all.
Okay. Yeah, that was my understanding. So,
and yeah, it was just so scary. I was like, "Bah!" You'll probably know exactly when that is.
Okay.
It's when you throw the book across the room.
Yeah, when you go, "Bah!"
That's when it happens.
I'm so excited for you to read it.
One of my coworkers told me she started reading it, and I was like, "You what? You what?" And it just sparked this. Like, I was like, "Well, I'm done. I'm just gonna buy it on Amazon right now." So she just finished it, and she's really eager for me to finish it, so we can talk about it. And yeah, so that's fun.
It's also a very nerdy book. Like,
yeah, it's very obscure. It's very
kind of like some obscure references.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is so true. Yeah, they're definitely, and they just like, he just moves past them so fast. He just hits them and he's out, and he's like, "You didn't get it. You didn't get it. Bye." Amanda, are you reading anything right now?
I mean, I'm still working through my series of trilogies.
Your series of trilogies?
The
Robin
Hobb.
Hobb?
Yeah, the Robin Hobb books. I'm now into the fourth, which is it's actually got
fourth trilogy or
fourth trilogy. Although this one has 4 books in it because I guess she couldn't fit them into 3.
Tetralogy.
But yeah, So
Is this the last one?
nope, there's another trilogy.
What the fuck?
There's 5
All
of them.
of the trilogies, literally every one of them.
Yeah. I mean, there's 5 right now. She may continue on with some stuff, but
Jeebus.
not yet. I also completely binged the new season of BoJack Horseman this weekend.
Ooh.
That show is
Yeah, how's the new
dark.
season?
I mean, that show is just dark in general, but
Sure.
yeah, it's not getting
Not getting any brighter.
Rainbow-
not getting
year.
lighter.
no. I mean, obviously, that'd be weird, but yeah.
Yeah.
But
They couldn't make us slaves.
Well, that just happened.
hey, then
I finally finished Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Have you finished that yet? You fucking binging bitch.
nah, I gave up.
Did you give up?
I got bored.
I'm really glad that I'm not the only one. I only muscled through because Sean wanted to finish it, and I was just like, oh, sure, I guess. Yeah, let's go. But it totally turned into a different anime.
Yeah,
One that I
That's
was
what-
just not interested in. Although last night we started the live action movie on Netflix.
yeah,
There's a live action fucking.
there is.
Is everyone
Although-
like?
No. It's done like by I presume, Japanese company.
Okay. Because I know
Um,
Netflix tried to made a live action adaptation of an anime or something. Death Note.
Death Note.
And-
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Was that done by a Japanese company as well? No, it was okay.
No,
Well, I
it
think
was
there's-
straight up Netflix, and so again,
I mean,
there
I-
was a lot of.
I think
Of-
there might be. Is that the one there's multiples of? I don't know.
Death Note?
Yeah, like multiple live. Maybe not. I may not know what I'm talking about. That's a thing that happens sometimes.
Well, I don't know anything about it, so I don't.
I
don't
only
if
know
I
that it
would.
existed, and some people were mad about whitewashing it. That there weren't like Japanese people in it, or at least not enough.
Yeah, I'm not sure there were any.
Okay. Well, this one is actually done by Asians, which is
Well, good.
great, and in original Japanese, which, but they did dub it.
Yeah.
But
Oh.
it's so weird. It's watching a dubbed anime is one thing because the characters' lips are moving vaguely like what they're
Mhm.
saying, but then watching a dubbed
can't do
live
dubbed.
action,
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to have
Oof.
subbed. I'm such a fucking snob about that shit.
oof, no, thank you. So we couldn't even handle that. We were like, lol, no.
Yeah, after I'd finished just the regular Full Metal Alchemist, I started that and got like maybe 2 minutes in and was like, no.
Okay, JD is in the chat confirming there was a Japanese live action Death Note
Okay.
Okay.
in addition
to
to
the made for
the
Netflix
whitewash.
white people version.
It's always nice when I know that I'm not completely crazy.
You're not. I mean, not for that reason.
Right.
No.
Well, that's what I said, completely. I mean, there's-
We're all crazy here.
Yes.
They're talking about Iron Fist in the chat. Has anybody seen the second season?
I'm not. I've heard it's better.
That's what they're saying.
but
I
that
still don't care.
doesn't take much. Yeah, I'm not. I don't
Yeah.
care either. I didn't watch. I still haven't finished the like Luke Cage one because I started it and was just kind of bored and
Oh, how sad. That's the one I was really looking forward to, was the Luke Cage.
I mean like
And-
Jessica
and-
Jones I was all about and I'd probably watch another Jessica Jones, but the rest of the guys like pfft, I don't give a shit.
You put Kristen Ritter in it, and yeah, no shit, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, exactly.
Can I just look at Luke Cage?
I mean
Can I just look at Kristen Ritter?
that's why I got as far into Luke Cage as I did. Was just
It's like, is he gonna take his shirt off again as
His-
part of the
yeah.
narrative?
like I'm bored with this. Oh wait, he took his shirt off. I'm gonna
Like-
watch it a little bit longer.
The first portion of the first season of Luke Cage I thought was really good. And then they changed bad guys, and I was like, I
Yeah.
wish you hadn't done that. And so I got a little less into it but I don't know. And then it got like kind of really cheesy at the end and non-believable in like the very last episode. And so that was kind of a disappointment, but I still enjoyed it overall. And I really dug that first part of the season.
It's, for me, a lot of times it comes down to when they do the like quick recap before the new season starts. It's like, how much of this do I remember? None of it? Then I'm not going to,
Yeah.
I mean, I've certainly gone back and watched like, a lot of times I'll go back and watch the last episode of the previous season before I start the new one, but I didn't with this one. I just went with the recap, and I'm like, oh, right, there's the woman who is the politician or some shit that's the bad guy now.
Yeah, that I just didn't
like.
love
I'd kind of forgotten about that, and it was just like,
I didn't believe that. I didn't. Just didn't believe it.
Ladies in government, no thank you.
Okay,
no.
That's not what I meant. Thank you.
Their brains aren't shaped right.
They have periods and then they can't think straight.
Right?
Blood
War
coming out of
28
their
days
wherever.
Wherever.
Well, no, it's because our salmon keeps expanding.
Yep.
Well, if only
as your
we had,
banana rots.
If only we had elastic salmon.
Right. What?
We should invent that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's breed a salmon with a pair of Lululemon tights.
Right, so that when guys stick their dick in the salmon, it immediately springs back to the small hole, and they're like, I can't make any things out of this. Blah, blah, blah. What happened?
I can't fit my dick in here. Just kidding. I got a tiny penis.
Their vaginas would be like transparent and you could see through them if they were like Lululemon pants. So
yeah. Oh, so I think a lot of I don't know how guys would be like if they had to see all of our pulsing reproductive organs
I don't
while
think
having
they'd be
sex.
into it as much.
No.
Actually,
according to an alternate like version of the Bible in some like obscure Jewish lore, there were two Eves before the one that we know. There's Lilith, who was like, bitch, I get to be on top during sex. And he's like, no, God, make it stop. And she's like, I fly away and fuck demons. And then there was second Eve that God made like in the exact same way as Adam, out of the dirt, but made Adam watch. So he got to see all of her like viscera and muscles and shit, and Adam was like, I can't have sex with her. I saw her striated tissue. That's not gonna be a thing. So God was like, okay, all right, we'll just we'll get rid of her. We don't know what happened to her. And then Eve happened, and God put Adam to sleep and took out his rib and shit. So he didn't actually see the whole thing happen.
I think we have a new Patreon reward, and that's like Rissy tells Bible stories.
Bible stories. Oh, they're all so awful, so full of rape and murder. That's the good shit right there. But yeah, so yeah, generally, at least according to the Bible, dudes freak the fuck out if they have to look at our organs and contemplate sex at the same time.
Ooh, and then Amanda, you and I can read the actual Bible stories, but ASMR style.
I like this. I would also like to make some finger puppets to act things out with.
I'm down.
Shit, yeah. Have you guys ever seen the Brick Testament?
I don't even know what that is.
The Lego
thing?
Yeah,
it's a Lego version of the Bible, and it is so fucking good. I really just need to bite the bullet and buy the print book of it, because, oh my god, with all of the various, like, the plagues and the things that God curses humanity with. Oh, it's so funny. If you guys out there are looking for something to while away the hours, go find the website for the Brick Testament and just enjoy. It's majestic. All the massacres. It's very heavy on the Old Testament. I
mean, obviously.
And nudity. There's some...
Sure.
Some
who is it?
Hilarious plagues.
Got seduced by his daughters when he was drunk. Was that...
Yeah.
Noah?
Oh, yeah.
Or...
And it's Lot. It was Lot.
Okay, I was like, is that post-flood Noah? Because that doesn't sound right, but...
No, it's pre-salt Lot's family.
I think it's post-salt Lot's family, because Yeah, because the wife turns into salt, and then the daughters get away, and they're like, oh, fuck, there's nobody else out here. We have to fucking have sex with him and have kids because there's no one else. They were idiots and thought no other humans existed. Like with Noah, it was just that Noah got super drunk and naked, and one of his sons uncovered his father's nakedness, which I assume means opening up the tent flap and being like, yo, look at my dad, he's got his balls out.
Yo, he's got his balls out.
Considering how long Noah lived, they were probably some droopy ass balls.
Were probably always out.
Yeah.
Even in those long robes, they're
yeah, they wore a lot of robes.
Han drum solo. We talked about the Goop getting sued for the VJJ eggs on the Drunk Pridecast as well.
I did not know that, and I'm very excited about it. That's something else I missed. Clearly, I should never miss a podcast because I miss all the good stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, many exciting things happened without you. We were sad not to have you there, though.
It's fine. I was here. I just didn't say anything. Remember, guys? Remember?
Yes, right. That's you were here in spirit.
No, in body, just quiet. Yeah.
My microphone wasn't working.
That's right. That's what it was.
Yes.
What else have you guys been up to?
I got a lot of tomatoes now.
And you're you grew them yourself?
No, John did. Duh. Okay, I don't sure work things.
When I said you, I meant the collective you.
Which obviously means John.
Yes.
Clearly.
We had to, so right before he goes to this training conference, as I discussed on the Drunk Pridecast, he's like, we have to bring in all those tomatoes in case it snows. And I'm like, wait, what? No. Is that going to be a thing?
It's September. It's not going to snow.
And he's like, no, we got to do all this yard work just in case. And so part of that was like, we had to gather all these fucking green tomatoes, and there are a million of these fucking things. And then I've been arranging them in front of the window so they can get some sun, and actually most of them have started to ripen. So now I have to figure out what to do with these fucking tomatoes.
There's so many.
Oh yeah, we made chili twice. We made marinara once, and I'm gonna do it again tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say make your own spaghetti sauce. I actually have the ingredients for that.
And then
shit. Yeah, I figured. Yeah, I'm gonna do that again tonight. The chili was delicious. Just fucking awesome. So yeah, I mean, I'm loving having the tomatoes at the same time. Every time I look over, I'm like, oh, there's so many.
That sounds, I love homegrown tomatoes. I love growing my own tomatoes, and I greatly miss it now that I'm back in apartment life. I've not done that in a long time.
Little ones.
Yeah. The problem is it's it's really dry. And so when you're growing on a balcony, you have to water every day if you're growing in one of those little pots. Oh, whereas, if you're growing in the ground, there's usually some residual moisture. So I just it's hard for me to keep basil alive, and that's a pretty hardy plant. If I forget for one day in the summer, it's just dead. And I'm like, fuck. I was in a rush one day.
Right. Oh, no.
So I didn't want to really try anything bigger than herbs.
Herbs. We did get canning equipment, so.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, a pressure cooker.
Yeah, the pot thing. So we'll see if we can get that to work. That would be awesome, but that's definitely a 2-person job. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited to make some more fucking spaghetti sauce tonight. That's gonna be
y'all so fancy,
shit, right? Oh, John's dad is a gentleman farmer now that he's retired, and he gave us a bottle of honey from his bees.
Oh, I love that.
It's actually really good too. It's sweet, but not cloying sweet. It's wonderful. It's also unpasteurized, which is amazing for dealing with allergies and sinus conditions.
Don't put it in your nose.
Do not put it in your nose.
Why would I put it in my nose? I do not put it in the toilet. When I can just guzzle it straight from the bottle like I'm fucking Winnie the Pooh.
Don't do that either.
No, please do it. It's hilarious.
Okay, if you're gonna do it on camera so we can laugh at you, because you will make a gigantic mess.
So I guess it's just all about homegrown vegetables and bees here. I grew my own bees. Well, no, John's dad grew bees.
my mother and sister grow stuff and give me cans of things to take with me.
Oh.
So I get the best of both worlds. I get to eat the food, but don't have to do any of the work.
That's why you
That's
go to
pretty good.
family functions. Now
I
it's all
wondered.
clear.
Yeah.
Why didn't you
Well,
just
then
say
the
that?
pies.
Well, sure.
I mean,
But Amanda can make her own pies.
Yeah, I can. You've had one of my pies, Rissy.
I have, and it was
Both
How
of you
great.
nice
have had-
for you.
Both of you have had
Mhm.
pies. I brought a pie over to Christmas when I went to Christmas with you, Blythe.
You did?
Uh-huh.
I do not recall this.
Hey, you guys,
What?
I'm going to be in Kansas City for Thanksgiving.
Oh fuck.
I got to get John to meet the fam.
Yeah. Shit. I
Just
was thinking
throwing that
about
out there.
not going to Kansas City for Thanksgiving, and I'd forgotten that you were going to be there, and that means I have to be there.
I'm just saying.
Maybe I'll just skip my family.
I was going to say, nobody has to know.
That's true.
I was going to mention that Coheed and Cambria are going to be in town like right before my birthday. So just
saying.
if you want an excuse to come visit me for my birthday.
I wish that would work. Unfortunately,
No, I
Sean's
know.
not really interested in this tour because they haven't released the full album yet. So they're
Yeah.
mostly playing like their greatest hits
I was going to say,
and
I'm sure
a
that's
few of
what.
the new songs.
Although, God, that's my favorite type of concert. You
Yeah,
don't
but
have to
they've-
worry about new stuff.
But they've
They've
done
been
that.
doing that. So he's
Yeah,
seen
okay.
them do that. And so like, especially traveling to see that just
Yeah.
doesn't make
Right.
much
Yeah, yeah,
sense.
yeah.
I assume that's what it was, the show he went to right after Gen Con. Wasn't it? Or was it I don't know.
He didn't
was
wind
so
up
long
going.
ago. Oh, he didn't?
Yeah, he wound up canceling it,
Okay. I
Which
knew he was
actually
kind of
means
going
that-
back and forth.
which actually means that we have like points or like a refund for Damsel stuff. So yeah, Southwest, I love it. You cancel last minute, they don't give a shit.
Southwest is amazing. I wish they flew to Canada. Meh.
Meh. Yeah, I do too. It would make life easier for all of us.
It really fucking would.
I like it when you guys come here so I don't have to go places.
I mean,
That's clearly that's the theme for my life is I like it when other people do things and I just get to sit here and accept the rewards of their labor.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I love it when John gardens and all I do is like go out and pick berries like I'm a fucking, I'm like berries and cream. Like, because we have all those fucking Saskatoon berries, which would be illegal for me to bring to the United States.
ooh, I don't know. You so bad. But you're not gonna do it. I can't imagine. So you're not gonna do that, right? Don't jeopardize.
Oh, do you see these eyebrows?
Oh, I see them.
Are these the eyebrows of a law keeper?
Good point.
Chaotic neutral, bitches.
Okay, Amanda,
What?
we haven't talked about this in a while.
What?
How's that paper coming?
Good?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say you submitted it, right? So now you just have to wait for shit.
I got reviews back. I'm about ready to resubmit.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I knew there was more to that story. I was
I was
like,
gonna say, did you have to do any new experiments, or did you
Nope.
just have to rewrite some shit? No,
look
no
at
way,
you.
no fucking way.
Yep. I just had to
That's so
rewrite
awesome.
some stuff.
Oh,
So,
Hell
that's the
yes.
best.
so I'm basically like I just need to rework the discussion, like the last paragraph basically, and then go through it and make sure that because I added a new figure, so I have to make sure everything matches up and whatnot. But
That's so
Man.
exciting.
Reviews where you're just rewriting with no fucking experiments, because like, God, I've seen so many like reviewers' comments when they're like, we like this paper, but you're gonna need to do 20 million new experiments, and yeah, none of them are related to any of the work you've actually done. Lol.
Write a completely different paper, please.
basically, yeah. Yep. Nope. They didn't ask for any of that. So
That's awesome.
Oh, Joshua Donovan has pointed out true Ravenclaw right there.
I mean,
That's awesome. I'm so happy for you.
yeah. So if I would just stop being a lazy asshole and I mean, I've been very productive this week.
That's good.
Yay!
So, because I haven't felt like doing anything else. So I've been writing, which is fine, because that's what I need to do.
That's great.
That's great, George.
That's my line.
I know.
Step off my lines.
Oh my
I
god, you
can't.
guys, speaking of Lin-Manuel Miranda, have you seen the new Mary Poppins trailer?
Yeah, I sure did. I definitely did not cry.
Yeah, that shit is fire. That I saw that trailer and I'm like, like it looks so good. And Lin-Manuel Miranda is basically Dick Van Dyke. I'm like, yes.
Although I've got to say, seeing Lynn with virtually no facial hair really threw me for a loop. I was like,
a little weird.
who is this man?
I know.
Yeah.
I did too, because I'm like, wait, I know Lin-Manuel is in this, and I'm pretty sure that's who he's supposed to be. 'Cause it was one of those, like, watching it where I hadn't expanded it. It was just on my computer. So I'm like, is that?
Sure
I
is.
think that's him.
It looks fucking phenomenal. It looks so goddamn good. Emily Blunt looks perfect, although, as my favorite gay fashion bloggers, Tom and Lorenzo, pointed out, she's basically pulling off Julie Andrews by pitching her voice a full octave below her normal speaking range. But you know what? I'm here for it. I don't care. She did a really great job, it looks like.
Yeah. When I finished watching that trailer, I was like, how am I going to con Sean into seeing this film in the theaters with me?
When does it come out?
December 19th.
So
2
not
months
at,
from now.
not at Thanksgiving then.
No, otherwise we could all go together with
Yeah.
shwap, hippity dang a dong. But yeah, oh man, like, and the fact that a million-year-old Dick Van Dyke is in it. Is Julie Andrews alive?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm kind of surprised she doesn't make a cameo. Although she's notoriously a very vengeful bitch.
I mean, Broadway stars.
Right, yeah.
Look at Patti LuPone.
Yeah, oh yeah, right.
Such a talent, such a horror. Don't piss her off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I wondered about that too.
Wait, what are the
although-
bad stories about Patti LuPone? I don't know that I've heard any.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
Oh, shit, girl.
I just
There-
do general shit.
Well, I mean, there are definitely, like, she's a prima donna stories floating around, but she has stopped shows, Broadway productions.
Really?
Largely to tell people, to tell audience members that they're being assholes.
Oh, to like, hey, get off your phone, dick bag.
And
sort of a thing.
oftentimes they are, in fact, being assholes, but
Sure.
maybe don't stop the whole show, my dude.
Oh, Josh says there are theories that Julie Andrews might be in it as like a surprise. And I'm like, okay, I would be so into that. Like if she just shows up and I'm like, oh, that like she's the original Mary Poppins that the new one was cloned from in some kind of asexual process.
I don't get your hopes up on that one. I'm not sure that's how it's going to be.
It would be the best though, right? Like that Mary Poppins is like a fungal organism, like a yeast that like buds off babies. And the yeast, it still ages.
Yeah, that's fair. Jason says he'll come up and see it with me.
There you go.
I appreciate that.
Oh, we missed you, Jason. I have missed you.
Also, I have stuff for you, so perfect. Actually, I'll come down there because, guys, I've been watching like HGTV and shit, and now I want to go to Waco just so I can go to like Magnolia Farms or whatever it's called. There's 2 hosts of like renovation show that live in Waco, Texas, of all places.
Are they the ones that have the like, she makes ghost pancakes on Etsy and he does jingles for organic only cat food that is sold in one neighborhood in Portland? Their budget is $100 million. Is it
Yes.
that one?
Yeah, it sure is.
Oh, awesome.
It is absolutely. We're always like, how? What? I don't understand. Although I think that's kind of every show on HGTV now. So,
Oh, well, there we go. I just got lucky.
but yes, Chip and Joanna Gaines.
Yes, that is them. Okay, yeah. I did not know they lived in Waco, Texas, though.
Yeah, they live in Waco with their 1 million children, and it's 4. It's not that many. It just feels like a million.
Nowadays, it's a lot.
For pristine vagina, 4 feels like a lot.
Yeah. They could have
And there's
opened
like no
C-section.
salmon there left at all. anymore.
Yeah, no.
that salmon done been ate, y'all, with some
They
lemon
chowed
juice
down
and
on that
butter.
sushi. So gross.
That's what children do. They eat your vagina on the way out.
Ugh.
That's really gross. Like, I can't even begin to start with how gross that is.
Yeah.
Not in a sexy way.
Yeah, no shit. It's still really gross. Why would it have to be sexy in order to be gross,
Right.
you weirdo? Someone literally eating your vagina. Come on.
From the inside out.
Oh,
Kind of, yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite of the goddess that consumes you when you
Yes.
fuck
Oh,
her. Ugh. Okay, gross.
that was one of the best things about American Gods. I'm like, oh, they went there. Oh, they went there.
Yes, they did.
They totally did that.
The-
All right.
The book or the TV show?
Oh, the TV show.
I
Like,
heard they're not coming back with the second season. Is that true?
no, they are. They're just having it done by different people. They just swapped out the directorial team completely, or the
Okay.
showrunners. Yeah. No, and apparently Neil Gaiman is much more involved this time around.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So he was not really happy with some of the stuff they did in the last season.
They did change a lot.
Yeah. Like he was not happy with the fact that there were changes. And I'm like, Neil, have you been involved in the adaptation of a dramatic property, yo? Like,
I mean, he's had a few of them, so
right. Yeah.
presumably he knew.
But he's also a kind of a 900-pound gorilla at this point, so I think he's used to people, listening to him when he talks about
That's
shit. That must
probably true. Hey, Rissy,
be. Yes?
do you have a Dork Pride chat for us?
A Dork Pride Chat. Yes, actually I do. Like, so I've been thinking, I need to read some new books, but really all I want to do is read, like, old books that I'm super familiar with. So not necessarily your favorite book, but what's, like, a book you can always go back to and read when there's, like, a gap in the new books and whatnot, or you're just not feeling reading anything new when all you want is to relax with, the comfort food of your nerdy book life. What is that? For me, that is definitely The Sarantine Mosaic by Guy Gavriel Kay. I know I spent a lot of time on this podcast shitting all over Guy Gavriel Kay, but that's for his treatment of the Silmarillion and his first three books, The Fionavar Tapestry. The Sarantine Mosaic is set in a not quite Byzantine Empire during the time of not quite Justinian, and it is so fucking good. I could reread those books endlessly. And so a lot of the time when I'm just like, I want to read, but not something new, I just want something comforting and familiar, I'll go back and read those books. Also, it's a duology, not a trilogy, so that's nice.
I don't typically read books more than once.
What?
That's
Why do you buy them?
That's largely why I stopped.
That makes
And
sense.
that's why I switched over to Kindle, because like once I've read it, I don't want it sitting on my shelf
You love it and leave it.
forever. Yeah, there are only a few books that I've ever read more than once, actually.
Like what? Like what?
Little Women when I was very young. Lolita was my obsession for a little while. Every
I was
couple
gonna
years.
say,
Every couple years I would read it, because every time I read it, I would have grown up a little bit more and then understood a bit more of the story.
yeah, that's one
Oh.
of those ones where you can always discover more subtext.
That
Yeah,
would be kind of an interesting way to.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he was not like Vladimir Nabokov. It was very beautifully written, which is one of the reasons it was such, so well known, was that it was so beautifully written. But yeah, so many of the like sexual things that were happening were not overt and were implied, and they were implied in some places very heavily, in some places not very heavily. And so I, like, the first time I read it, I was like a teenager, and some of those things I did not pick up on. So picking it up a couple years later, I was like, oh shit, okay. So
Also, a lot of people miss the fact that Vladimir Nabokov, as the author, shits all over Humbert Humbert. You're not supposed to think he's the fucking good guy.
yeah, no,
Idiots.
in no way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and it's like, it's all there in the text. Lolita is sobbing in the night. You're not supposed to ignore that part. Like,
Meh. What about you, Amanda?
If I'm looking for something specifically, like, I mean, obviously, like, I'm rereading all these books now, but that's what, 16 books? So that's not a thing that I'm gonna do a lot. So it would have to be a standalone. There was a book that I used to read. I haven't read it in a while, but I've read it a number of times, at least while I was like recently out of high school, which was Like Water for Chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
Which is just kind of a fun, sort of fantastical sort of world, sort of. But it's, there's kind of a cookbook theme throughout. So each chapter, it's her describing this recipe, but then that's woven into the story of this woman's life. So it's, but it's a short read. You know, it's real short. It's enjoyable. It's kind of sad at the end because that's how I like things.
Amanda, have you seen the musical Waitress?
No.
That's so interesting because the whole thing is she bakes pies for a little diner, but she does something really similar. And like scenes will like sometimes start or begin with her like basically reading off a recipe for a pie that ties into what's happening in the story at that time.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's weird. I didn't realize. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
cool.
it was a book that I read early, like maybe as a sophomore in college, as one of those like world literature classes or something. And it was
a South American person, Central South American author.
I think she's Mexican.
Yeah.
I think that's where it's set. And yeah, and it was one of those, like, it was the one that I kept out of all the books that I read because it was just like, oh, that was enjoyable. And I guess I haven't read it since I got rid of the physical book. But now that I've thought about it, I may buy that. And when I'm like, I just want like a quick palate cleanser of something that's fun and quick and, you know, that I can read in an afternoon, basically, because I don't know. I have no idea how long books are anymore since everything's on a Kindle. I have no way to judge.
I do.
Like,
I'm this
it's like,
exact same way.
I don't know. And I read fast, so I can't really judge based on time either. It's like, I don't know, it'd take me less than a day, but I don't know what that is in page length or word number or whatever. I don't know. It's short.
Yeah.
How about that?
No, that's fair.
Yeah.
A couple people in the chat are pointing out Dune.
Yeah, which I love.
Go back to a lot. That is one that I reread as well, and I often think I should read Dune again. So there you go. That's a really like nerdy one that I've gone back to and would like to again. What?
I like the Joshua Donovan, the rereading game books. Yeah, I do that too, actually. Sometimes, like, weirdly enough, I love reading Rift's game books. Like, just for shits and giggles. God, fucking Palladium. Yeah. So I definitely love that. Also rereading Wheel of Time and Lord of the Rings. I could read like the first 3 to 4 books in the Wheel of Time series again. Like, I did that a few times. I just can't go any further than there. John Latch, I'm loving the Stephen Bruce with the ear egg. It's good shit right there. Those are good books. I liked them. Although I liked his versions of the 3 and 4 Musketeers even better. Imagine like those books by Alexander A. Dumbass, only set in a fantasy universe.
I can get on board with that.
Witches and shit. Yeah, actually, it's and written in much the same style. It was really good. I very much enjoyed those.
I like the books like that are rewritten in like erotica style.
Oh yeah.
Like all 3 Musketeers fuck each other?
Probably.
Yeah. Cool. I would totally read that.
Yeah.
Except there's an exception. There was a really gross, creepy dude at one of the first conventions that Luna Teague and Ivory Kirk went to together, who insisted on giving them this little packet, which was an Edgar Allan Poe retelling, like erotic retellings of Edgar Allan Poe stories that was one of the worst things in the world.
I can only imagine.
Edgar Allan Poe doesn't really lend itself very well to
The
erotica.
sexy times?
Nope, it doesn't. So
And
yeah.
then I bricked you up in a wall. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
But I left a hole where I could put my penis.
Actually, yeah, it's kind of like that. Like, there is a
Gross.
sexy version of Cask of Amontillado. It's kind of
Gross.
one of the worst things. Yeah, it's real bad. Real bad. So, I mean, a lot of times erotic retellings of classics can be great. On the other hand, you never know the horrors that could await you.
There was a Robin Hood book that I'd read a few times that was actually pretty decent.
That was erotic?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
There was an author that took like public domain stories like that and retold them with sex, basically.
Oh
with
man,
a lot of sex. So
some dude in our chat named Mortimer Johnson keeps getting his shit deleted, and I assume he's an idiot.
Say his name.
Yeah, that's funny. Sorry,
it's not.
It's not funny.
I think Josh does a great job.
Josh does do a great job, but we would do better to just not acknowledge the douchebaggery that's clearly happening in the chat. It's fine. Hey, if we've got trolls, we're doing something right. So.
Yay! Huzzah!
Is there anything else?
Those trolls can't have our salmon.
Oh Lord, no one can. That's gross. Is there anything else that we didn't hit tonight that anybody wants to talk about?
I mean, I think that pretty much covers it for me. It's been just fucking nonstop dealing with produce and injuring myself over here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you do, apparently.
No, normally it's you, Amanda, who is the one injuring yourself.
That's true. Oh, right.
Amanda, any injuries in the past couple weeks?
No.
I'm very proud. And you got your finger splint off.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm over here doing this motion. You know, your finger splint. Okay.
Yep, I got it off.
Congratulations. You sure did. You pulled it right off there.
Yep.
And we're so proud.
Yay!
Yep. And I didn't damage any fish to do it. So that's good.
It's a goddamn Christmas miracle.
It is.
Yep.
I guess then that's going to do it for this episode of the Dork Pridecast. Of course, as always, we want to give a big thank you to Sarah Donner for allowing us to use music off of her album Black Hole Heart.
You can find the Damsels on all the places you would expect to find us: Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Obviously, you're probably watching this on YouTube right now. But what would really help us is if you would go and subscribe to our podcast. Even if you're watching the videos, go subscribe on iTunes or Stitcher or wherever else you can get it. And then rate and review our podcast. That helps us get other eyes on the podcast. So then, like, weirdos can come in and just scream the word gay at us in our chat as if we find being called gay offensive. Guess what, boys? We don't.
Lols.
And you can do all that for $0. So you don't even have to, like, treat us like the hookers we are.
Oh, see, Blythe, I had a transition worked out for if you just left it off with the gay stuff. But if you do want to contribute in the form of extra gay dollars, which we're not offended by, please check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Damsels of Dorkington, where you can get access to rewards that are only available there, such as a fuck ton of bonus content and being on the list of super awesome patrons that we thank at the end of the podcast, like these people. So what are we doing? We could do taking 2 patrons at a time and making the, like, he does this for money, this other person does that for money, their budget is something.
Sure, let's do that.
All right, yes. All right, so starting off, John Haidt is a very successful entrepreneur of making specialized miniatures of Trump's penis in Mario Kart for a live-action Mario Kart game. Mason Sleater is a heretofore unsung genius who comes up with infinite recursion dice to hang on your car mirror. Like, it's like a die, and inside is a die, and then there's another die, but only when you look at it. And their budget is the GDP of a small African nation.
Sounds legit. Mary Henderson is a bicycle courier. And Joshua Griffiths is a body painter. And they have a budget of $753,002.
Sean Palmer is a body painting model who gets his body painted. I'm not going to say by whom, but, by somebody. And Richard Hirsch actually likes to ride around in a basket. He likes to be couriered around on a bicycle in the basket sitting on the front. And together they have a budget of $52.12. It's kind of rough. They're not doing so well.
Andrew Murray is king of the mole people. And Alec Teller is king of the animals that eat moles people. And together, they have a budget of all the acorns.
That sounds like they can get a really great house.
Right.
And last but not least, of course, Gordon Nelson is a flavorist. He develops flavors. That's correct. You read that correctly. And John Kozlowski is his partner, a la Bert and Ernie, who definitely are not gay, guys.
Right.
Wink, wink. But John Kozlowski is actually a nail polish namer.
Ooh.
That's what he does. And their budget is $12,000 for a house. So
going to
luck,
Wyandotte. Get something in Quindaro. It'll be beautiful.
We also want to thank Kevin Larson, Daniel Neruda, Melody Glatzel-Smith, William Priest, Jason Sanchez, Joseph Harris, Darren Wilson, Wayne Walls, Maggie Mayville, Alex Hollis, Tommy Bort, and John Dykes. So thanks for joining us, everyone. This has been episode 98 of the Dork Pridecast, and we will see you all in 2 weeks.
Deuces!
Jetpack, motherfuckers. Pew, pew, pew.